Yo, people, what did I say last night? I think literally my last 2 minute final thought was tomorrow or one of these days, or hopefully in the next week, we have something to report or some good news. Depending on how good you find the news. Arsenal have struck a deal, as I'm sure most of you know. Yes, I stream late, cool, whatever. Um, and this is going to sound a bit fucked up, but Leonardo Trossard didn't make me stop my day and want to go live at whatever 3 p.m. when it started breaking. I was a bit confused for a few hours. I think I went into a bit of shell shockedness, so I drove to London, done a couple of things, drove back. Do you know what I mean? Shouts out to WB and the big dog, Buster. Buster, fucking behave yourself, man. What are you doing? What are you being unruly for, brubs? I'm gonna kick you in your nuts, brubs. First thing in the morning. Big dog or no big dog, I'm gonna kick you in your nuts. But guys, shouts out to all the real ones. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. So, Leandro Trossard. There isn't much news, or, well, people are guessing 140, 180, 162 a week. Not much on the contract or the contract length at the moment. I think, as far as we know it's 20 or 22 million pounds up front, with a further £5 million in add-ons. Shouts out to the big man himself. Shouts out to Acres. What's good, Mike G? Good evening to Hazard. Hazard, I know, is kind of happy with this deal. Lee, give me your breakdown. I think you were sort of with me, just wasn't sure. Like, I'm not going to say, yes, this is amazing. I'm not going to say this is a bullshit signing. I'm going to go into his stats, which has scared me a bit more. I've looked at his stats over the last 4 years in the Premier League, and they're as scary as fuck. So I don't know if he's had a good season this year, or half a season, and a good season last year. I think this is where, because I obviously Trossard was around last year. I can't really remember Trossard before this, and we know Harry Potter's been doing his thing. Obviously, he's a Chelsea manager now, but at Brighton for a little while. So, in fact, fuck it. Let's go into Trossard's stats first. This is from not transfermarket.com. I can't exactly remember who this is from, but I'm going to go into Leandro Trossard's stats. Yo, Danny, shout out to Trinidad. Shouts out to the Trinidad crew. Shouts out to you, my G. Good evening, Nicholas. Please go and put a massive like on the video. Do be subscribing, as I'm sure you're pretty new. Yeah, guys, I'm bust out of a light. I don't really know what happened. But I spoke to the guy from Turkey, Mr. Yanni, and he's telling me just to get myself an X wire, an X adapter, and it would all be blessed. So I don't know. I'll try to find that tomorrow. Finally, a signing. Yes, guys, rate this signing. Guys that are with me right now, 8 of us on the stream. Please get a like on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Rate this signing for us so far. Nicholas, good evening. Shouts out to the Trinidad crew. What's happening, my brother? Fucking Tottenham, always bottling it, bruvs. They get battered everywhere they go. It was frightful. The first 5 minutes of the second half was absolutely frightening. Number one, the way Man City were attacking them, but number two, the way Tottenham were defending, it was absolutely like pub football, pathetic, no good. I don't know, but guys, anyway, 4 seasons or 3.5 of the stats of Leandro Trossard. He has clocked up 125 games for Brighton and Hove Albion. In that time, he has chalked up 25 goals and 13 assists. It's not disgusting. I'm not saying £20 million is too much. What I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not opposed to this signing. Yes, we probably mean a body in, but in all realness, and I know there is a lot of Emil. I'm not the biggest Emil Smith-Rowe fan. I'm not one of them guys that are like, yes, our new Dennis Bergkamp, he's the number 10. Bergkamp is here. I've never felt this way about Emil Smith-Rowe. I know certain man on this stream do feel this way about Emil Smith-Rowe. But to the man that do feel that way about Emil Smith-Rowe, Hazard possibly, Lee Akers, I'm very sure. I know you've got a lot of time for Emil Smith-Rowe, so I'm not aiming at none of you. I'm asking both of you as a general now, a general question. Where does this leave Emil Smith-Rowe and his future at Arsenal, as in just minutes on the pitch? Pablo the blowjob of Vieira, like I know he's 4 stone. Where does this leave the 4 stone Portuguese kid? I've said something for a little while. For Arsenal, in my opinion, and this is just my good, humble opinion, I've said Arsenal need to kind of now. We've bought Ramsdale from your Bournemouth or whatever's and Sheffield United's, whatever them fuckers there. Yeah, you've bought Ben White already from fucking Brighton. You've bought Tomiyasu from fucking God knows who in Italy, Torino or fucking some fuckery like that. Genoa actually. All right, Eldegaard did come from Real Madrid, but he played about 6 games in 6 years for Real Madrid. So allow me, don't even fucking chat to me about Odegaard's Real Madrid career. 6 games, 6 years, a game a fucking season. My point is, before people get it all twisted here, is like I said, I wanted our signing. We had to go up that level of signing now. That level, the stature, the level up now. What is the point of still buying the same sort of level of player? I don't understand where this makes Arsenal Football Club a better team. Yes, having more bodies in is good if you get injuries. We get injuries. But the way I did see it, unless you have no faith in your Emil Smith-Rowe, if you have no faith in your Pablo Vieira, this one for me is, I'm afraid to say, as negative as you may think it, I think this is 10% strange at best. Again, Trossard is a stylish footballer. I've noticed him at Brighton this season and last season. Couldn't really tell you much more about him. How's that happening? I don't know. Like, I'm happy. It's a body in. Congratulations. I'm delighted. But again, for me, the same Mudrak. Again, I never wanted Diaby. Like, thankfully, this could put to bed this whole 65 million, whatever it was for Diaby. I never believed in it from the start. I never believed that this story had any legs in it. And I don't know, Diaby was probably still at the World Cup or something. I have no idea, innit? But it's a body in. It's a body in. Brilliant. I know he scored a hat-trick against Liverpool, but fuck me. Take that hat-trick off his last 125 games for Brighton, bros. He's only scored 20 goals to him, you know what I mean? That hat-trick done a lot for his stats. The same stats that I'm reading here on this piece of paper, yes. And I'm not the biggest Opta stat guy, and I don't want to slate a guy for stats, but so Howard Darmish put this. He would say this: 25, 35, 38 goal involvements in 125 games. Is that bad for Brighton? Is that a reasonable record? Guys, get it into the comments. Let me get into the comments. Let's see what the people then are saying. Finally, I signed it from Hazard. Shouts out to you. Lieka, shouts out to you. Nicholas, what's going on in my G? I think he's a good player. But yeah, it is a strange feeling. Bros, exactly. I'm not sitting here like, fuck yeah, I told you we'll do it. £110 million. Look at you. Wait till my boy gets on that left wing. You watch what he's doing to Premier League defenders. I've got none of that in me this evening. Again, for me, at best, it's a strange signing. I haven't looked. I think I might have a crafty look after this stream. Like I've got to look at the All Gunners podcast as well. I'm behind again, and I do keep an eye on everything. I like to keep abreast of all the situations out here. Shout out to all the man them in the place. I want to look at a couple of these, and they are dickhead tubers. I'm not talking about you, Hazard, by the way. They are dickhead tubers, and I want to see what these fools are saying regarding Trossard. In fact, I'm fascinated to see what, I don't even want to name the pricks, but you know what I'm talking about, real ones, the dickhead paychecks. And, you know, I want to see what these people reckon. I'm only going to give them 3 minutes each. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to look at the first 3 minutes because usually all of their voices whine, yeah, fuck off, you little white waste. You know what I mean? But I want to see a couple of other people's perspective on this because for me, yes, decent body in. But if you're real about Emil, I wouldn't be surprised if Emil Smith-Rowe goes out on loan now. If Odegaard was to say, God forbid, get an injury, I reckon Trossard goes into the number 10 shirt and you stay Martin, Elite, Saka, and Nketiah up front. I don't know where this changes things significantly. If we get it done by 12 p.m. tomorrow, I'm sure you all know he's eligible to play against Man United. And that's also another bonus. Just someone to have off the bench. Yes, that there is a bonus. Fuck me. Yui, could he be a false number 9? Guys, let's get into the comments. Lee was also happy from what he said in the group as I was, underwhelmed. Sorry, I didn't really notice that, Hazard. Just from sort of hearing your voice today, I thought you seemed pretty happy about it. Like, reasonably it's a clever piece of business. You were most definitely right that Brighton did have the option of the other year, which they would have executed executed at any moment. So yes, it wasn't a guy that we've paid 20 or 22 million for that had 5 months left on his deal. It wasn't like that at all. He had a year and a half left on his deal. So well, it would have been extended. Brighton and no fools. So shouts out to Hazard, most definitely on that one. Fucking Tottenham always getting battered. Obviously, I feel a bit underwhelmed, to be honest. You saw the eyebrows, and I know I'm pretty sure. And I'm coming to his beautiful name now. Shouts out to all of the Turkish crew, and shouts out to Yuri. Efendim abi, neredesin? I'm coming to you, abi. I'm coming to geliyorum. He can do well for us, though. Yes, Nicholas. Best player is from Trini, my bro. Best Dempori, you know. Like that, yeah. Shouts out to you, UE. Bro, talk to me, bros. Let's get it going then. What do we think of this signing? Let's rate this signing out of 10. What do we think of his stats? Brighton, 125 games, 25 goals, 13 assists. This is in the last 3.5/4 seasons. I don't know if he had a Brighton career before that. I got kind of bored looking. I'm going to be real. I'm not Stato, and I ain't got that much time in my life. I gave it a quick 2-minute glance and thought, shit, I'm not so sure about this guy. As an overall stylish playmaker, yes, he's got a nice touch. For the last few months, he's had an eye for goal. I don't know. Confused.com. Seriously, I don't know. I guess time will tell. No signing is guaranteed to smash it, but let's see. Proof will be at the end of the season, and we see if he helped us win the title. It's going to be unfair on Leonardo Trossard if we don't win the title, and we all just aim at him, though. Because if you want to win a title, I don't believe you spend £20 million at Brighton to go and get Leonardo Trossard. I believe you bring yourself in a central midfielder that is capable of covering, as again, the same level. This is again, I didn't quite finish this point. Arsenal bought the people then from Burnley. We bought the people, the man them. We bought them from Genoa. We bought them from Brighton already. Ben White, Eldegaard. All right, we know come from Real Madrid, but he never played for Real Madrid, so he may as well have not have played for Real Madrid, if you get what I mean. Who else did we sign? Zinchenko, Man City. Sorry, guys, don't want to get into your feelings. Backup dancer. We signed Zinchenko from Man City. Guys, sorry, don't want to get into feelings. Backup dancer. But now that we have got to this great level of where we are at, and we are top, and we are still 5 points clear. I got 5 on it. Only for me now, and I'm not saying only the best will do, like it's now got to be Bellingham, it's now got to be Neymar up front, it's now got to be the second coming from Haaland. No. But you have to be competitive. If there was a Victor Osimhen out there, I know you can't get him in January, but teams are already like looking at summer moves. People like Man United that can't really get the people over the line that they want right now, but they're ballsy enough to go with what they've got because in real honest truth, in terms of just wingers, they've got about 6 right there. If you start looking from Rashfords to Martial's to Jadon Sancho's to Camacho's to that's 4 anyway. So do you know what I mean? We haven't got that weight of numbers. You could throw Fernandez there. Do you know what I mean? Even though he's more of an attacking mid for me. Teams have these terms of numbers. Now, if Trossard is there as just as a number, cool, isn't it? £20 million as your number. And if that number helps you win a title at the end of the season or gets you second and, I don't know, gives you a fucking good push, a semi-final or the final of the Europa League, for example, before we get battered by Chelsea in the final 4-0. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly. And maybe. I get you, Hazard. I'm not sure, though. He's Premier League proven, though, which works well for us. He won't need any time to bed in. Most definitely, bro. Like, the same way he shouldn't, not that this really should matter for professional footballers, but he shouldn't really need to move house. He doesn't really need to uplift his kids if he has any. His wife can still blow him in the same position, just on a different end of London. You know what I mean? Well, just that, you know what I mean? So it isn't really nothing that deep for a footballer. Like, he doesn't have to uproot his whole life if he's comfortable where he is. I'm sure if he's agreed a deal to go to Arsenal, yes, he was happy at Brighton. He was doing all right. He wants to promote himself as a footballer, go to a better club. I get that. Yeah, Arsenal's all good for you, isn't it? We're probably going to hear ever since I was 1, I want to play for Arsenal. I eat out of a fucking sippy cup You know what I mean? My kids have Arsenal sippy cups. I couldn't really give a fuck about that. What I can give a fuck about now is what he does between now and the end of the season and whatever, how long he's going to be at this club. Another thing, he's 28. People scream about sell on value and da, and he doesn't fit into the mold of what Arteta wants. Well, this is a never go fuck yourself. I don't understand where a 28-year-old, yes, you can say he's at the prime of his power. But if this is his prime, I don't know, 125 games, 25 goals, 13 assists. If that's his prime, innit? I don't know. If that's his prime, fuck, I don't know. Other goons could be saying he's just bang on about to enter his prime of his life and he's about to be that guy. Listen, I wish Trossard good luck. Again, is this the only signing of the season? Like, of the bastard. Of the window. Because, again, it kind of leaves me feeling a bit... I don't know. I don't think... This is an interesting way of putting it. I know people at Hazard, sorry to name you, probably think I'm a touch pessimistic at the best times, but I actually can't think of a signing. And guys, you've seen me on reaction to signings, you know what I mean? I was curious over Ramsdale, but I still backed him 2 million%. Weren't sure about Ben White. Everyone else, as far as I remember, I backed. This, I don't know. I've never had such a strange feeling as this. And I thought if we got someone over the line this January, I'd be fucking jumping up and down no matter who the fuck it was. Just if Arsenal got their checkbook out in January, I was kind of convinced I'd be delighted. He's 28. He has no sell-on value. By the end of, say, in 3 years' time, we're pissed off with him. Well, he's 31. Where does he go? Fulham, Benfica, Celtic, Ayr United, Rotherham, Chester, Sheffield United. I don't know. Honestly, I want to see what you guys are saying because I'm a bit confused about this deal, honestly. And I've usually got fucking... I can talk for fucking hours. You've seen me. I've done 4-hour streams. I can talk for fucking England. Let's have this correct. This one's left me confused. I don't know. Unless there's something getting planned and we're going to sign someone else, but I doubt it. He's the guy that sort of fits that box. He can probably play left wing, right wing, centre. And guess what? Arteta might even try him as a fucking false name. I need to take 2 deep regardless for this. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to all the Royal Ones, guys. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Like Nicholas, my G. Right? It gives us another option up top. Possibly. Again, Lee, I'm going to ask you then directly. Could Emile Smith-Rowe not have been an option up top? Do you think Emile Smith-Rowe... Oh, maybe you're going to answer it here. Can play on the wings or the number 10. All right, you didn't answer what I was asking. So he's flexible. Yeah, I get that. And I've honestly just said that, as I'm sure you probably just heard. Yeah, I get it. What would you do with Emile Smith-Rowe? Would you send him out on loan? Is he another body that's needed to the end of the season? I don't know. I wonder about your Vieira. I wonder about Smith-Rowe. If you've got so much faith in these guys, this isn't that guy that just sort of says, this isn't that sort of Mudrak money guy that we just guide. This guy has to somewhere walk into this team. We give him 2-3 games on the bench. Whoever pisses us off first, whether it's Martinelli or Saka, boy, you're having a little break for a week or two. In comes Mudrak. Do you know what I mean? If he bangs for 2 games, then you've got yourself a right headache, innit? Because you've got either Saka or Martinelli on the bench and you have a Mudrak fucking firing on all cylinders. If Mudrak didn't fire on all cylinders, clearly you take him back out the fray, you put your Martinelli or your Saka back in. With this guy here, I don't know. I think he excites me as much as I would have been excited, even though I kind of genuinely have always liked Wilfried Zaha. I don't know if Wilfried Zaha is exactly Arsenal level, and if he's exactly what Arsenal need to try and win a league. I think his stats would have been helpful, though. Yeah. For me at the moment, I don't know what you guys would have rated this signing if it had been Wilfried Zaha. For me, this is a bit Wilfried Zaha. Do you know what I mean? For me, I don't know. Couple of years age difference. Both got Premier League experience. I know Wilf has got a lot more assists and a lot more goals on this fucking geezer, but people could suddenly say this geezer doesn't play as far up as Wilf. I don't know. I'm a bit confused about this signing, people. I can't lie. I'm down to see what Lundbergkamp's got to say. Have you also remember the element of being coached by a manager who is top of the league and a group full of confidence right now? could be he'll go on to the next level in his own game. Very, very fucking possibly. But again, I know Odegaard don't get dropped for him. I don't drop Saka for him, and I don't drop Martinelli for him. So I know it's as you are unless you get an injury. Like nothing changes for me. This guy doesn't excite me that much where I want to change anything in the 1 to 11. Yeah, there's your odd Europa League game, bros. I'll throw Trossard in. Fantastic stuff. Brilliant. If we're bringing him in for a bit of Europa League football, fantastic. But yeah, it gives me a bit of a strange. It's a strange one. This one for me at best. As if we signed Trossard to win the league. Trossard, you know, Trossard. Trossard. Lombard comes up and running as if we signed Trossard to win the league. He's got talent, man, in his team. He could be good. He could be good. He could complement what we've got. I don't see where he starts or gets many minutes on the fucking football pitch. I think against Man United we are as we are. Do you know what I mean? And we all know our 1 to 11 is, guys. It's Ramsdale in goal. It's right back Ben White. Left back Zinchenko. Saliba, Gabriel, centre halves. The Xhaka party centre midfield. Odegaard just ahead of them. Martinelli left. Saka right. And Nketiah up front. What changes? Tell me what in the blood clot changes. Shouts out to you, Daniel. You'll take the Trossard for 25 million. That was your first comment yesterday. Bang. You got him. You got him 3 million cheaper. Congratulations to you, Daniel. Fucking he. I'm going to come back to you, brother. He's a talent, man. In the team, he could be good. Chelsea spent £500 million in 1 year. What do you mean in 1 year? In 6 months, bros? What do you mean, bros? In 6 months, bro? In 6 months, bro? It's only been 6 months since the summer, bros. Don't you 1 year me, bros? 5, 1, 6. 6 months. 500 million. Is a nice sign. But I think that's a good way of putting it. I like that. He's a nice signing. He isn't a signing that excites me, but he's nice. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Adds a bit of depth to the squad. He's a nice signing. Daniel, you're the man of the match just for that comment. Fantastic. Seriously, that's it. He's a nice signing. I think it does push Emil Smith-Rowe down in the pecking order. I feel if you're 0-0 against Man United, you don't bring on Emil Smith-Rowe, you bring on Trossard for the last 20 minutes. Probably for one of the wingers, if they're pissing you off, if Saka or Martinelli isn't at the top of their game, one of them could come off in the last 20 minutes. Would he take Nketiah off and put Trossard on? People are going to start talking about Martinelli going up front now and Trossard going on the left. I can see it already. This stream will go left if that conversation starts happening, because Arteta doesn't want to put Martinelli up front. He never has since he's been here. So why would he start now? They've spent 4 million to pay for the club. True. Grease off a couple of Abramovich hands. Had to pay off a couple of the Chelsea Gardens people, a couple of Chelsea Gardens investments, a couple of Chelsea Gardens this and that. But they've done it and they're still murking the fucking transfer window though. They haven't finished yet. They've got the geezer from PSV, £29 million. That's on the lock today. And Salcedo could still be incoming. Now, people are suggesting it's Liverpool, Chelsea, and a third club in for him. As much as me and you would imagine that the third club is in fact Man United, one or two things do seem to be pointing that it could be Arsenal. Arsenal like doing business with Brighton, Hove Albion. Arsenal are alleged to be looking for a massive central midfielder. Arsenal are alleged to be looking at the Declan of Tilda of Rice. Now, just theoretically saying, let's say Brighton were not forced, but pushed into a corner where they were, forced to sell Moise Caicedo this window. Do you think Brighton give a fuck where their cash comes from? Do you think they've got a nice, comfortable relationship with Arsenal now? Do you think this could help us get Salcedo? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any pluses to this because right now, again, I'm fucking confused. Man United coming up. Yes, I'm happy to have one more substitute. That isn't fucking just, I don't know, Bellerin's dad or something. Like, fuck, I don't know. I don't even know our bench no more. Vieira, we used to have Nketiah, but now he's a fucking star. I don't know. Number 9. I don't think he's been brought in as a number 9, but who knows? He has scored a few goals this season. But then again, he's only scored 25 goals in his whole time at Brighton. That's nothing to scream about. I don't know. Lampard was a central midfielder. He'll get that in a season. Just saying. I like to look at things with perspective. Back in the winger days, we panic buyed and signed poor attackers. In the final days, this isn't our first choice signing by any stretch, but could work. So, even though I'm not actually... hold on, what am I doing here? This could be controversial. I'm not... What have I actually done it? Screen layout. Fuck off. I'm not saying... What am I trying to say here? All right, I hear you, Hazard. I certainly do hear you. Arsenal kind of pretend, and they like certain men to believe that, we've scouted this guy for 7 months. We've been looking at this guy for this long. Of course, this wasn't no panic signing. We've researched this guy. We've done this. We've done that. Where do you think Trossard was on the research line on Arsenal's priority signings come January or come the summer? Do you think he was a target as a summer signing on a free? But Brighton obviously could have extended by a year. I don't know. Fuck knows. I'm confused. I don't know. I don't get it. Nope, don't get it. Listen, the signing gives me Jota vibes. Could work out for 18 months. True. Jota, a big, £49 million that was as well. Slightly different money. 1 in goal 5 rate. 1 in 10 assist rate. Stunning, isn't it? And that 1 in 5, bruv, has only been helped by like a hat trick here and a couple of goals there this season. I'm telling you, his goal ratio only looks a touch better from the tail end of last season and the start of this season, bruv. Or that goal record is like 1 in 19. Do you know what I mean? I promise you. I don't even think it is 1 in 5. How the fuck can 25 goals is not 25 goals in 125 games? That is not 1 in 5, bruv. I don't know. I'm not even great at maths, but that's not 1 in 5. Fuck that. I'm going to trust Arteta with this one, to be honest. Fair enough. I like that, Lee. Shit, man. WB is proper having some problems, man. Fuck, you know. Oh, WB, what do I do with you? What am I going to do? Fucking hell. Right, looking at the wider picture, don't get me wrong, I wanted Muddy, like all of us did, but... So then, is there a more reasonable plan for Muddy? As I said, I was more being sarky, and I suppose I wasn't being real when I was actually putting it out there. Fuck it, I don't want no one now. We got Nelson. All right, cool. I still did want someone, but I'm still not here bouncing, bro. There's nothing bouncing about me. Like, I don't even get Jota like fucking UE. Like, shout out to UE. He gets a bit of Jota vibes. I'm not even getting fucking Jota vibes from this guy. I'm just getting like, he might be all right. Don't know where he fits in. If we get a fucking mad injury list, it might be a blessing in disguise and a fucking godsend. I still wonder where Emil Smith-Rowe's minutes are coming from now that he's back and available and fully fit. And as for the fucking blowjob, the little 4-stone fucking Vieira, how the fuck I'm fucking know. And it isn't even that I'm that worried about them. But remember, we paid 35 for Vieira. We've now paid 22 plus another 5 in, of course, add-ons. I can tell you something. I'm getting no add-ons for that dog, am I? Anyway, back to it. I don't know. I just don't know. I've seen enough of him at Brighton to see he's got ability. So have I, bruvs. But there's also something that worries me. You're not going to like this one, Lee. He could be that little bastard, yeah. He could be Cuella. What's that name? What's the left back? Chelsea. Cuella. Bruvs. He's a big fish in a fucking small little Eagles of a pond. Or a Brighton of Hove below myself of a pond, bruvs. Do you see when you come to Arsenal, bruvs? You're top of the league, you're 5 points clear, certain things are expected of you. Leonardo Trossard, bruvs, you best be fucking ready, innit? That's all I'm saying, innit? Because I'm more than ready to say, well, what a fucking idiot signing that was. Do you know what I mean? What another waste of 28 million. Where's the sell on value? He's 29 at the end of the season. Where's the sell on value? We keep him to the end of next season. He's already 30. He's licking 31 before you can say, go give yourself a good nosh. I don't really fucking know. Again, I see potential in the guy. But I see a potential in a lot of footballers, and they weren't 28, and I don't know. I don't know. His little huffy performance of the Z-Green, cool. I'll let that slide. A lot of other people would be worrying about that and worrying about has he got Gwen Boozy style attitude problems. I'm not even going to go there because that kind of shit don't faze me. But certainly these other fucking super fucking Twitter fans and super fans that claim to love this club so much but talk so much bollocks about the club and know fuck all about the club. This one here is one for them. I wonder what they're thinking right about now. Trossard is a great. Trossard, I've always wanted him. When I go down to Brighton with my season ticket, you fucking cockroaches. Cockroaches. Why don't we sign Ryan Fraser and Morpie too? Bros, Morpie lost Guendouzi his career, so don't say that name ever. And as for Ryan Fraser, yeah, bros, good. He's as good as Nelson, bros. I never reached Nelson on the wing. So that's what I'm saying, bros. You could go get yourself a Ryan Fraser and you got yourself a never reached Nelson. We now need this, bros. Again, when it comes to, as I've said, I've never wanted Tillemans. For me, it's a Declan Rice. It's a Salcedo. It's something like that. That's how you get better as a football club. You put 3 into 2. You put 3 world-class midfielders, Xhaka, Partey, Declan Rice, 3 into 2, and then you got your 4th guy, your Lokonga, your Oneni, your backup dancer, your guy that's just happy to sit there and say, yes, I play for Arsenal in it, and I play here and there in it, safe. Oneni or Lokonga can do that for me, wherever. Preferably probably still Oneni, because I don't even like a Lokonga. But this is, well, he ain't. Is he better than Emil Smith-Rowe? Right. Guys, it's true for their time. Let's see how much Lee Akers, Hazard, and everyone love. Right. Lee Akers, Hazard. This is to you two first. Is he better than Emil Smith-Rowe? Right at this moment. Yes or no? I'm not talking current form. I'm talking as a player. Emil Smith-Rowe is now back to full fitness. If this was this time last season and Emil Smith-Rowe was not injured, do we need Trossard? This is the best way I think I can put it to people to make them see. I'm not making anyone trying to agree with me. I'm going to try and make people see the side of this that I'm seeing. Is he so many levels better than Pablo Vieira and Emil Smith-Rowe that he automatically is he higher in the pecking order than Emil Smith-Rowe? This is Tulung Bergkamp, UE, anyone that's on the chat. Let's fucking do it, please. Fucking jokers. For fuck's sake, I hear you, bro. If we finish first or second, we won't be there because of Trossard. So underwhelming. Where's the big ambition? Hope we ain't done. Interesting. I'll be done. Good squad player. He is a good squad player. Tillemans would be a decent squad player. Still don't want him at the club though, bros. That's what I'm saying. Tillemans would be a reasonable squad player. He probably is slightly better than Lokonga. He probably is better than Elneny. Do I really want him at the club though? Honestly, not really. Do you get what I mean by that? Tillemans is slightly better than our 2 backup dancers. I don't really want him there. I'll take him as a backup dancer, bros. If he's happy at 25 to be a backup dancer, safe. If Trossard at 28 is happy just to come in and be some bitch of a backup dancer, gets 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, if that's the kind of contract he signed, then safe, innit? I'm blessed with his signing. Somehow I don't believe he signed a contract that sort of says that he's a backup dancer and he plays just 10, 15 minutes here and there. I don't know. I weren't there when he signed the shit, unfortunately. Well, I'll be telling you what I got on, clearly. This signing makes me feel like when we signed Welbeck. Yep, there you go. That is a very similar, that's the sort of feeling I got. Yeah, yes. I remember being at work and it said Arsenal have just signed Welbeck for £16.5 million. I was like, raw. Like, serious? Let me just stop what I'm doing and take myself a quick 15 and think about this. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I like it. It is that kind of Danny Ceballos kind of Welbeck signing. Potentially could be a bit better than them. But it ain't like we've been giving this geezer for free. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Us, 27 million. Saliba money. I know John Saucer is close to the club. We're bringing back a club legend. What do you mean? In what capacity? To do what? To play? To coach? Huh? And you put Beckett's you motherfucker. Oh, God. Well, Beck, do you know what, bros? He provides a lot of enthusiasm. He's got a brilliant mentality. Even when he's injured, he's always geeing up the players. When he's, in fact, 80% of the time injured, he's there in the dressing room geeing up the players. And when he is fully fit, bros, yeah, don't get it twisted. You can bring him on for 7 minutes, bros, and he gallops, isn't it? 1 minute, whoa, wait, listen. Shh. That's Welbeck jogging right now. Fuck. And I hear you with the selling value. Oh, most definitely, bros. We can't get more. This guy leaves in a free in whatever. If he signs a 3.5 or 4.5 year deal, he leaves at the end of that for me, guys. Like, obviously, yeah, I don't think he's not going to be a world beater where we're going to have Real Madrid trying to sign him. I don't think he'll be so shit where he will never have a career again. I'm sure there's a Fulham or a West Ham. Maybe Aston Villa after Arsenal. I don't know. I got up to get a drink. Stay right there. Stay right there, boys and girls. Just give me 30 seconds. Literally. So sorry, people. Danny, I hear you. No selling value, proven attacking player that knows the league. Yeah, I get that. In today's market, it's good value. 28. He's in his prime. He's got 2 good seasons. Do you know his assists, bros, in his career? Do you want me to start whipping out his assists for you, bros? Because I'll tell you what, I'm not extremely enthusiastic about his club statistics either. I think he's a bit. Hold on. I think he's a better player than a lot of you give him credit for. So I take it immediately he is better than Emil Smith Rowe and he is better than Pablo Vieira, then I take it. Good evening, Linda. What country is... Oh, shit. I don't know. Oh, shit. Which country can I start on? Hold on. It's Puerto Rican. No, Albanian. Fuck. I'm never usually caught out like that. I have no idea, bro. Who the fuck does Trossard? Who does Trossard play for? Trossard. Who does Trossard play for? Like country-wise, fucking steady. That's when you know he's shit, guys. I have no idea. Blood. That's a wrap. I know people that play for Scotland and Ireland out here, bro. Who the fuck does this guy play for internationally? He's a decent player, Lee. Just saying, when you're linked with Mudrak and you take Brighton's player, who isn't even their best player, bros, do you think they're even going to replace the bros? They're not even going to replace this guy. See, this is another one. And me and you are going to be saying this in 4 months' time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be telling you that Brighton never replaced him. Brighton didn't actually worry about it. Pretty much like Ben White. Ben White, they didn't start spending money when Ben White disappeared from their club, man. They were kind of calm. They just carried on. Yeah, it's funny. We buy people from Brighton that ain't that important to them. That's a good point, Huey. That's a bigger point than maybe everyone realizes out here. Because, yeah, this is how I feel. Is Bonhomme Socido now? That's a statement. Exactly. And who has actually publicly said, all right, we know this guy had a public meltdown at Brighton and Desegri said he's a fucking blowjob. But Desegri also did say, Desegri, whatever you call him, did hand out his hand in friendship and say, listen, if he fixes his attitude, he can come back to fucking training. It wasn't totally over for him. Now, Saicedo has said he wants out and preferably this month. Again, I don't think Brighton, especially after losing Trossard, because this one I do believe, if they lost Salcedo, would hurt them. And I think this would be a problem for Brighton Football Club. Hence why I don't think this would be an easy deal to go over the line. But then again, we've now got a reasonable relationship with them. We give them whatever money they want for their players. We've given them £77 million for 2 players, Ben White and Trossard. 77 million. Hmm. 77 million. Who else could we buy from Brighton? I don't know. Maybe we died there business of Brighton. I'm saying every time we've shopped at Brighton, I've kind of felt a piece shortchanged. It's happened with Ben White, I'm not going to lie. He isn't my favourite footballer in the earth. I think this is possibly more his attitude. God forgive me for saying that, but people didn't like fucking Guendouzi's attitude. I don't like fucking Ben White's attitude. I don't know who Vieira is. What do you mean you don't know who the fuck Vieira is? But I don't know why. Who's the number 4? Don't really like football. I come train and I do my best. I go home. He's just a fucking idiot. I don't know. Anyway, fuck it. If he plays football decently, I couldn't give a fuck about him, really. But he doesn't watch football, doesn't like football. How do you get yourself better? I don't know. Like, how do you... Ain't you interested in some of your opponents? Like, he doesn't like the game. I was just a bit good at it, so, I don't know. I fucking took it up as a career, mate. I don't know. That interview just sort of stunk of that. And that's when I think of Ben White, I kind of think of that interview, and I don't know who Vieira is. But anyway, Trossard, new Brighton player that we're buying. How's this guy going to impress me? What's he going to say? Never really liked Arsenal, liked Chelsea all my life, but I tell you what, I am going to give my best for you lot. I would smash it. I always see myself in the blue of Chelsea, but you know what? I'm happy to be here. Let's crack on. He was a good player. It's not a bad addition for me. And we're not saying, I can't speak for you either. I'm not saying it's a bad addition. I'm not saying it's a bad addition. I've asked a couple of people a question here, and I'm going to say it's funny no one's answering. So I'm going to ask it again to the Emil Smith Rowe fans. Is this guy better than Emil Smith Rowe? Akers, UE, Hazard, Long Bergkamp. Talk to me. Linda, anyone else there? Is this guy hands down better than your fucking Helen fucking boy? Your number 10. Your young Bergkamp. Is he better than young Bergkamp? Old Trossard. He's a bit older, 28, like, especially for this gloriously young Arsenal team. I don't know. Decent squad player, I agree. Squad player, I love it. There you go. So now we're kind of saying it where we see it now. He's a squad player. Cool. UE, it's absolutely right. The club gave us full sense of security, not completing Mudrak, but no one is answering this. Where would Mudrak have played this season? Browse, he would have played exactly. This is how it would have started, Browse. For me, someone would have got chopped very heartlessly. Saka or Martinelli. One of you need a break. Both of you need a break. So I tell you what, one of you come out. The Ukrainian 88 boy, well, £62 million boy is here. Do you know what I mean? Give him a couple of games. If he ain't firing, bang, straight back out. You get your boy back in, Saka or Martinelli. That's how I would have tackled the problem first of all and seen how it went. If he was on fire the first 2 games, bang, there's the alternate. There comes the alternation bit. So if you drop Martinelli back, he comes back in. Saka come out for a couple of weeks and go on. You keep everyone fresh, and you got 3 world-class players to go into 2 fucking positions. That makes you a better player. That makes the 2 players already there already better footballers, because the 3rd footballer coming in fucking sharpens you up a little piece. I honestly, again, as God is watching me, I don't see where Saka gets sharper, Martinelli sharper by the presence of the 28-year-old Trossard. There you go. There's the wrap for you then. That's the best. Thank you for that, Hazard, because that is the best way for me to put it. I think signing Mikhailo Mudryk makes Saka a better footballer. They're both young. They're both energetic. They're both aiming at the same level in their career. 21 years old. They both want to go that kind of way, yeah? Martinelli, the exact same. 21 or something years old, 22, whatever, yeah? trying to go that way in their career. It's 3 class footballers fighting for 2 places. You all are at your A game every time in training. When you've got Nelson, that's the guy that could be taking your place. Or better still, fucking Quinn fucking Toss. Yeah? There you go. I'm going to say it again in a rap. Who doesn't understand this? And I'm not going to Trossard him off that bad and say he's Nelson. Or let me get a fucking comment out of my fucking face. I'm not going to toss him off that hard and say that he's a fucking Nelson or a fucking Quinn fucking Toss. What I will say is, though, I don't think Guardiola shit himself today by this signing. I doesn't think it sends out that statement of, oh, shit, go look what they've just done. They've only gone and shit. They're only 5 points clear, top of the table. They've only gone and bagged themselves. Well, Chelsea spent fucking a lot of money, but Arsenal have just went and done a central midfielder, a winger, and a striker. How's about that, guys? Arsenal's trying to win this league, innit? Fucking hell. What they got? Mudrak, Thuram, Sasado. Even if it was something like that, you would know Arsenal are fucking serious. Do you know what I mean? We still need a central midfielder. Do you know what I mean? Whether Salcedo's first choice, I'm sure he ain't that far down the fucking list. Let's be real with each other. Do you know what I mean? Is he better than people than we've got there? Yes. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Where are we? We have to move on from Mudrak. Most definitely, I do get it. I think Tielemans is next Lee fella. I don't. He's staying to the summer, bros. That's definite. Being a squad player. Exactly. We do need those kind of players now to give us a bit of depth, I suppose. So say that McAllister going to go to for top money. Most definitely. I bet you any money, Tosspot will be our only signing. Tosspot. I think Tielemans would fit into the system. Only 25 to squad player, not a starter. If he's happy to do that, I'm happy for him to do that, bros. If he's happy to do that, I'm happy for him to do that. So say they will go Chelsea. I reckon so. Bellingham, Liverpool. Declan Rice, who? Chelsea will buy about 2 or 3 central midfielders in the summer, I reckon, because they're going to lose a couple, Jorginho and Kante. So they're going to buy at least 3 or 4 for that, aren't they? Hey, CJ, what's going on, bros? Wait, CJ, do you want a big dog? All right, big fucking one of them fucking, he spits everywhere. I don't know, Italian bull mastiff or something. 6 months old puppy, beautiful, got the most beautiful green eyes in the world. He's a bit fucking unruly, but I want you to have him, CJ. Welcome back. How you doing, Sam? Good evening to CJ. They were all legends. This boy has it all to prove. Most definitely. And boy, he's 28, so you better do it fucking quick, innit? In right with 28 when he joined us down. I know he started his career at 21, but I don't think he was 28. He was no way 28. 25, possibly. He started his career when he was 21. I give you that. I reckon he was at Arsenal within 4 or 5 years of that. I don't reckon he was 28. Lee Akers, is that a fact? They are on par. Sorry, who are we talking about here? Can I state something? Never ever go to Sweden for anything. Go on, tell me, what did you go to Sweden for? And tell me, how bad was it? I was wondering, bro. I didn't hear from you for a couple of days. I thought, right, this company next in Sweden. What's he done? Done as a 22 million signing. He has it all to prove, not rocket theory. Most definitely, bros. And this is what I'm saying, bros. Like, it's not 22 million. It's an extraordinary amount of money for a Premier League player these days. In fact, the point is 22 million doesn't get you very much these days. And I wonder how much we've actually got in Trossard. Listen, he's 28. He is coming into his prime. He's coming to a club that is top, who's playing really good football. He's coming into an environment where, for me, he's the problem if it doesn't work for him, because he's coming into a good environment, good people, good players, coach, and everything seems all lovely and everything's all funky and hunky-dory. But this just wasn't the signing I wanted, I suppose. Like, again, I'd be jumping up and down if this was someone that I wanted. SSA, though, a Declan Rice, any kind of striker that's better than Nketiah. I'd be jumping up and down. And I've always said I've said for a minute now, I've been saying since last fucking January, we badly need a winger. And I know all of you know this. Right, we've got someone talking about Emile Smith-Rowe, because this is what I wanted to talk about. If Emile Smith-Rowe fully fit, then he is higher in the pecking order down. Jesus. So what the fucking point is buying this geezer for? Because he is back and he is fully fit. Just, well, I don't know. It's going to take a month or so, but he's all right. Higher in the pecking order down. However, I'd like to answer that question at the end of the season when I've seen both play in our system. But you won't see both of them play together. I'm going to guarantee you that. Because unless there was a mad amount of injuries. But you're not going to see them play together. It's going to be one or the other coming off the bench at best. And possibly not even both. Because Arteta doesn't like... I don't know. I mean, it gets a bit funny when you make substitutes. Who's what? Shuzan? Huzan? What? What are we talking about? Bit of ABBA. Enough said, onwards and upwards. All day long. No idea what's going on here. Do you want a fucking Doug? I rate him more highly than Pablo Vieira right now. I probably do as well. Yes, I admit that. I worry for our number 10, our hero, our little Haylender. What about Emile Smith-Rowe? There's 10 of us on the street. Number 10. What about our number 10? I think it's tricky for Emile Smith-Rowe to get minutes now. He may as well do William Saliba. Let's go and progress him and go and send him out on loan to Marseille. Just saying. Can't ask about looking dumb. So do you guys think 20 million is good value for 2 seasons? Because I think my dance, that's just me. No, bros, here's the thing. Bros, if he comes in and gives us, we're in for 2 years, bros, he's probably going to sign a 4-year deal, first of all. It'll probably be a 4-year deal. If he comes in, bros, and scores 30, 40 goals over 4 seasons with another, I don't know, 15, 20 assists, and it helps us to win 1 or 2 cups here and there, bros, overall for 22 million, it's a fucking fantastic signing. The first thing I ask is, honestly, is where does he fit into our team? Yes, I do believe we'll get injuries somewhere along this line, like this front 4, and I do touch wood when I say it because I don't want no one to get hurt, but Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, okay, I don't really give a fuck about it, but I was more thinking Jesus. The front 4, do you know what I mean? If you have to take one of them out, yes, it's nice to have a Trossard there. But honestly, what does happen to Emile Smith-Rowe? Where does his next minutes come from? He ain't starting over fucking Odegaard. He ain't getting on the wing over Saka or Martinelli. And I think next in line now, if you're bringing on any kind of attacking threat now, it's going to be Trossard. If you're bringing on a central midfielder, I still think you're going El Neni Lukonga. I don't think you're going to bring Trossard on to replace a Partey or a Xhaka, for example. Belgium. That's right. It is as well. Fantastic. I don't know. I couldn't even remember. It's irrelevant. It was irrelevant to me. I've got another reason not to go. There you go. I hear that. They're all stuck in a bit of a time warp around there, Rose. Dan, when was the last time you were happy about one of our signings? Every player we buy, you moan about them. Not really. Not really. No, I'm not going to have that. I didn't moan about Odegaard. I've said a lot of our signings, I'll probably counterpunch them with what could have been other signings. But I have made something very clear for a little while, Mr. Akers, my good friend of a smart ass. I've said from now, we need better than what we've got. I said, if you're giving me a central midfielder, and I'll say this again in really slow English so everyone understands this. If you're serving me up Yuri Tillemans, I'd rather pass. We've got El Neni Lukonga, whatever. If he's glad to be a backup dancer, cool. I would rather now a Sissoko or a Rice. If you're talking about wingers to me, yes, I would have liked a Mudrak. Do you know what I mean? You can serve me up a Rafael Leao if you like. I'm just not overwhelmed by Trossard, I'm afraid to say. I do take it as well. He'll be more used as a winger because I can't see us now going out and signing a winger also. BRB is not going to be coming to Arsenal Football Club. Let's have it right. So, Lee, again, am I massively over-enthusiastic about the player? No. Is he a decent squad player? Yeah. Will he be the difference in winning us the title? At this moment, I don't believe so. But stranger things have happened, hasn't it? Sol Campbell signed for Arsenal on a free transfer from Tottenham. Stranger things have happened. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't opposed to Ramsdale. I remember at the time accusing him, could that have been a few mil too much? Do you know what I mean? 2 relegations in a row. I wasn't opposed to Ramsdale. Ben White, I was unsure. I always remember I wanted our next centre half. I was like, yeah, let's just get a strong English centre half. I remember all of that. Ben White was mentioned, and I do remember mentioning Ben White. I don't know. A bit of my Ben White problem has been since he's been at the club, bruv. So you can't really throw that on at me. I was more than happy with the Ben White signing at the moment that it happened. Do you know what I mean? Next, Odegaard. Wasn't pissed of it. I do remember at this time again what I did say. I didn't mad see what he did on loan at our club to make him that key mad number one signing in the summer. Yes, I have been proved wrong on that, and fantastic, and I'm delighted. But I didn't know what spending 35 million at that time, like we've done on Vieira, was so mad key at that time. I didn't see it. No, do you know what I mean? I didn't see Odegaard as this guy that was just going to add these goals and assists into his game just like that overnight. I didn't see it. No, I don't think you did either. Just saying, but who knows? Tommy Yasu. I don't know what you would want me to have said about that. Like, what would you want me to have said about Tommy Yasu? Fucking blinder, I tell you what, he fucking nips up and down that wing like a fucking little geezer in Italy. What do you want me to say about him? It was a bit underwhelming, I can't lie. But all to make a squad, it has made a very good squad. My stress is again right now is levels above. If you bring in a centre half, how much you want to upset the rotation? We've already got a 50 million centre half that's now a right back. Do you know what I mean? So I still think we're a player short in centre half, but if that actually counts for anything right about now, but that is neither here nor to fuck there. Let's move it on. Let me see what else people are saying before I just start answering that question for a good 27 minutes. Hey, goes, Hazard, fuck you. Ben White has been brilliant value for us. Oh, God. All right, cool. And here's another one. Brilliant value. Man City still ain't trying to give you 65 million back for him. Chelsea ain't trying to give you 65 for him. But they will give 65 to Brighton for Cucurella. They will fucking give 80 fucking million for Mudarak. I'm saying he's decent, bros. I'm saying Man City would spend 50, 60 million on fullbacks for fun, bros. That's how vital a fullback is. This geezer doesn't get up and down like a Trent, bros. Hold it fucking down. He's all right at 50 million pounds. He's not a bad fucking footballer at 50 million pounds. But at 50 million pounds, bros, I've seen a lot fucking better footballers than fucking Ben White. And he's a fucking centre back that's been fucked off by Saliba back to right back. Fuck him. Fucking bollocks. Yeah, fuck that. He's a fucking centre back that got forced into being a right back by William Saliba. I could have told you that 2.5 years ago as well. Probably wouldn't have agreed with me, but I told you 2.5 years ago Saliba was fucking better than fucking every motherfucker we had at the club. Or defending wise. He was better than every motherfucker we had at the club. I don't really see myself being that wrong on that so far. Do you? I'll tell you right now, Saliba's our best defender at our club. And that still for me is by a fucking country mile. Gabriel Magalhaes, well done for just waking up over the last 2 games. Do you know what I mean? Zinchenko, yes, you look all right. You were done a few times by Kluevski the other day, but then again, Kluevski is a tricky customer. Right back, Ben White, yeah. You're a solid defender, innit? You're not very agile, are you? Anyway, never mind. Okay, they're on a par. All right, I get it then. They're on. Oh, sorry. All right, I get it. You did say that a minute ago. I was baffed at what you were talking about. Now I get it. Yeah. All right. Cool. They're on a fucking par. Sweet. I love that, bros. But they're not better. And to make Arsenal better now, bros, and I know deep down you fucking know it. You're probably, in my opinion, embracing the signing of Trossard, where I'm not as embraceful. Let's say. I think you needed a signing more than me, bros. I was happy to go with Nelson. Real talk. I was happy to go with Nelson out here. What's wrong with squad players? Every successful team needs them quality and depth. Dabs, yes, you are right. You are right. I believe something else makes us win the league. That's all. That's all. And I think if I was talking to you last night about this, bros, I have a feeling you would have agreed with me. I don't know why. I think 24 hours is amazing in football, and it even can change people's opinions on streams. I don't think last night Trossard was good enough for none of you. In fact, Liakers, let me remind myself of last line. I asked you, did you want Trossard at the club? Your answer was fucking no. Let's back up 24 hours, bruvs. Brilliant. Ding! I've just remembered something. Last night, Mr. fucking Akers, I asked you, did you want Trossard at the club? Can you remind me, big man, of your answer? There's my fucking ear, and I'm fucking listening. Akers, I asked you, did you want Trossard at this fucking club 20 fucking 4 out? Let me look at my fucking clock out. Yep, fucking 11 o'clock. It was 20 fucking 4 hours ago. What did you tell me? Dun, dun. The computer said no. Now you're pulling a fucking hat over my eyes, ain't you, bruvs? Now you're pulling the fucking hat over my fucking eyes. Because 24 hours ago, you fucking didn't want fucking Leonardo fucking Trossard at this fucking club. He was good enough for fucking West Ham. But now you want him at the fucking club. The fucking squad player. Fucking have a bubble bath. I love you, bruv. I love you, because but you did tell me you didn't want Trossard last night, though. Real talk. Centric Waves. Oh yeah, that was an ever signing. That was hey, hey, motherfucker! My name is Matt Turner. I'm here to be the number 2 at Arsenal, yo. And if I can be the USA number 1 at the fucking World Cup, guess what? I just had myself one fuck of a career. Lumbercamp, fuck y'all. You can fuck y'all. Because my name is Matt Turner and I play for Arsenal, motherfucker. Agree, Akers. 27 million to sign for someone who is on par with what you got on Emil Smith. Exactly. And none of them have proper, none of these these brothers that I'm addressing about this. Leah said Vieira, fair enough. Nope, I don't like him. Straight. I still haven't got to the old Haylender because I know it hurts them more because it's a fucking Haylender. You know what I mean? Fucking Arsenal. So what about your fucking Emil fucking Smith fucking Rowe? Go on. Go on, bark at me. Go on, fucking bark like a fucking big dog. Tell me about your fucking Emil Smith Rowe. That's the Hazard, that's the fucking Akers. Go on, tell me about your fucking ALM product. Because for me, it could go fucking Wolves tomorrow for 42 million quid. Bollocks. If Morgan Smith Gibbs fucking Chips White, what was his name? Morgan Gibbs White is worth 42 million pounds, then you can give me Emil Smith Rowe 42 million pounds. You know what I mean? What's the point of him being at the club? Killerman is better than El Neni and the Congo. Decent cover. So it's all about buying decent covers then, bros. All right, cool. Let's buy decent covers. Safe. Okay. And I do agree with Leo because I do agree that you do actually need these covers. But I do agree with myself. You need one superstar to try and win this title. You need one quality motherfucker to go for. Put your balls on the line, Mudrak style. I agree with whoever said earlier on. I think it was Akers. We're gonna have to get over Mudrak. Yes, we're gonna have to get over Mudrak. Then why serve me up fucking Trossard? Whoever and J Jump might have done, he's on a par with because they're all athletes unique in their own rights. You're a fucking doctor. Four called that safe. Guardiola is laughing his ass off right now. Yeah, I know. When he was just about thinking this shit can't get any worse, he's just been given a little fucking lifeline. Now he's just fucking thinking, right, I'm chasing these pricks down and I've got to play them twice. Do you know what? Not a problem. He's going like this. Not a fucking problem. Got to play us twice, bro. Home and away. Do you know what I mean? I watched him in Qatar at the World Cup when Belgium played Croatia. He was decent. He played the false 9. Here we go. He's the false 9, isn't he? Sosley, okay. I thought Bergkamp said that. One thing about Smith Rowe, though, Arteta said he can, but I don't believe Smith Rowe can play number 9, whereas this guy can play across the front 3, and he has done for club and country. I suppose I've never caught him really doing this false 9 thing. That has thrown a new element into the situation, as we have only Nketiah. If you're going to tell me we're going to drop Nketiah out and put Trossard there, I would actually subscribe to that for some reason. I really have a problem with Nketiah, don't I? See, I'd subscribe to Trossard all of a sudden if I thought he was going to play number 9 for a couple of months. I all of a sudden could subscribe to that. I think that's more of my problem with Nketiah, though. Now you're going to open up a different kind of worms. Keep opening them. King, 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 king. Go on, I'll go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I think that's more my enthusiasm of getting pissed off with fucking Nketiah. The other thing is Smith Rowe, Ben Jacobs reckons Arteta wants to use him in different positions. Where? Left back? Where? Damn straight, but your average decent player will cost 35 million through the roof. True. 34, 40 goals is what you expect from a really good signing. Across what, a 3-4 year deal? I suppose so. If he delivered me 10 goals a season, Robs, I suppose I'm not going to grumble to that. Not one bit. Good night. See you in a couple of minutes. I haven't even got into the daily news yet, and we've already rolled for an hour. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Sorry, what did you say there? People forgot. Sorry, CJ. People forgot. The good manager will eye up the talent. But if they, you groom him, you groom him, you fucking groom him. And if you're CJ, you fucking groom him, and you make them join your club. You tell them, come in. You know it makes sense. You know it makes fucking sense. Good point, CJ. Opinions are certainly mixed on this player. There's no right or wrong answer. I think the end of the season will define this answer for us. It will be interesting. It will be interesting if this is the only signing of the January window. 22 million spent. It'll be cost effective, I suppose. You have it. There you go. No, I disagree. Love you, bruv. Ben White has been playing out of his skin this season as a fullback. I was going to aim the England thing at him, but I don't really give a fuck about England, so that would be proper two-faced of me. And I'm not two-faced, not two-faced, but that would be a proper little cocksucker of me. And I'm definitely not a cocksucker, so I'm not going to throw the England thing up, but I'm just going to say, but Penrith right now is worth way more. What's he worth? 52? What, 52? What do you mean he's worth way more? We're not exactly fighting off the bids for Ben White, are we, bro? And I doubt we're ever going to, for one reason, whether it's his attitude of not liking football or not liking to watch football, or maybe studying his opponents so he can see if they're good or bad. Do you know what I mean? Because he doesn't like watching football. He doesn't really like anything to do with football. He doesn't give a fuck about the sort of transfer window and the gossip and the whole of what excites most people about football. He doesn't really get it. So I don't know. I couldn't see a Pep Guardiola signing a guy like that, a mentality like that. I couldn't see it. Not in 2 million fucking years. But who knows? Who knows? That is just my opinion. Breaking. Here we go. Guardiola's hard right now, and he's preparing to bear back Arteta's wife. Trossard is also waiting for his turn. It's Bareback Friday. The hours of midnight is coming up, bros. Every time midnight comes along right now, I get scared like something's going to happen to my bank, bros. I've had some fraudulent shit happening. Not even fraudulent. It's like I cut off one insurance, or I thought I cut off one insurance to go with another insurance. And I got 2 insurance charging me. But one of them charged me late fees. And I'm thinking, what do you mean late? How is I late when the car's been scrapped for 2 months, you stupid cut? Bros, I got knocked, innit? I can't. Like, I got knocked. And it's in your account, like, so what'd you do? Call the police. I literally felt to call. Hello? I've been robbed. I literally felt to call 999. But yeah, anyway, that was a disgusting start to this day today, I'm telling you. And they done me up last week twice as well. 99, 69. and then 104. Anyway, that's breaking. See, there you said it yourself, Dan. You're talking 22 mil right now. Praising up a 50 million athlete in comparison, not fair. Both come from the same club, though. Fucking Brighton. Fucking have it. Fuck me about. Please get the likes on the video, guys. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'm not pissed with the signing. I'm underwhelmed. Yes, I don't think when you're going for a league title, this is the guy that you should actually be signing. I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I'll be delighted to be proved wrong on it. I'm not saying even it's a wrong signing, though, so there's no proving wrong on it. Like at £22 million, it's a reasonable risk, isn't it? It's a steal in the dark. It's a risk. Come have a go if you think you're hard enough. But again, we've got people that actually play in that position, bros. Vieira, Smith Rowe. I'm not their massive fans in the whole world, so I sound a little bit like I'm swinging it a little bit two ways here, possibly. But how does Smith Rowe become a better player if he's going to have no more time in the team? Because I do believe Trossard will take all of the minutes as an attacking player now. I don't believe, unless they're playing really dog shit, Saka or Martinelli comes off in any game. So what are you going to do? Bring off Odegaard? I don't believe he's trying to bring off his captain Odegaard for this guy either. Unless this motherfucker is here to play number 9 for a little while, then do you know what? Then I see it a little bit more in it. If he's here to play 9, I see it by a good 6% more. I get it a little bit more. Is that okay? To either buying a squad player is to sign someone who will be happy to fight. Bros, but at 28 though, bro. Again, people scream sell on value, but anyway, go on. Sign someone who will be happy to fight for his place and provide competition to be in the starting lineup and fill in when needed. Can this guy do this? I reckon so. Cool. He got Huffy at Brighton because he didn't get started because he wanted to move, innit? He might get Huffy at Arsenal because he ain't getting minutes. But all right, cool. That's neither here nor there because that argument at Brighton doesn't bother me. So again, I don't want to drag up something that could benefit my side of the argument, but I don't really agree with it. That's not my style. But how do you know he ain't going to get Huffy at Arsenal? But anyway, again, irrelevant for me. I don't think we have had that conversation. I don't think we had that conversation. Which one? What are you talking about? Which one is that? Show me the evidence. Oh, last night. Go to last night's stream, the first 10 minutes. I asked you if you wanted Trossard. You said N-O in big fucking sesame. Fucking capital fucking letters like that. And I did actually notice it today. I was watching my stream back and I did notice on breaking news of Trossard signing, it just flashed up. I was like, Lee, I think my question must have been, do you want Trossard? And you said no. There is actually proof on it, brother. I think it's in the first 10 minutes of last night's stream. Just saying, not even taking the piss. Because as funny enough, as it was breaking on Sky, I was looking back at my stream on something different last night. And it just kind of popped up there, Acres, saying no. I'm 1,000,000% sure it's Trossard. I can watch it back straight after the stream if you like. But I am 37,000,000% sure. If you want to test me, bros, I'll fucking clip it to you. I'll put it in a fucking envelope 10 minutes after the stream. If you believe I'm that wrong. I promise you. Don't you fucking tell me fucking porkies. Show me that evidence. I fucking will, officer. I'm joking, Lee, but I'm not joking. I'm being serious. You actually did. So I'll post that evidence to you in a minute. I swear to God. Facebook smiling Bergkamp. Look, Bergkamp. You're aware of your mouth with the soap before you got blisters on your tongue. Shit. Lee. Don't you fucking tell me, porkies. Yes, you did. You fucking did, Lee. Why would I say that about you, Akers, my darling? The girl's prerogative to change shit's mind. But Lee ain't a bird. What are you talking about? You're not talking about Lee, I take it. You're talking about Linda, I don't know. Now I'm baffed away who everyone's talking about. No, just yanking your chain. Okay, cool. He's talking to you. The question is Trossard better than the Brazilian we signed? Yes, that I give you. Yep. Cool. I blame Eddie for that. Brazilian youth. Who's Wurzel? What? You can't? You're starting to sound a bit Wurzel. I'll give you fucking Wurzel. Do you want a big fucking dog? He's fucking 7 stone when he stands up. That's 7 stone. 7 foot when he stands up, the big cunt. Do you want a dog? I'll fucking pipe you, keep you quiet for months, bruvs. I've got this right big dog. Do you want to fucking give a bit of a dog? I love a bit of love and attention. You can have him for fuck all, for free. He's lovely. His eyes are beautiful. He's probably worth about £3 bruvs, but to someone that wants a dog the size of New York, he's bigger than most people's fucking living rooms. Who opened up my West Ham matches? Where's my fucking West Ham matches? Right, you open your can of worms. I'm going fishing. Go on in, fuck it. You do it. You go for it, brother. Do you want a big fucking dog? Hold on. Why sign squad players when we have those in our squad? Vieira, Emil Smith Rowe, Marquinhos. We need to sign players that are better than the 11. Now, that's the kind of language I have been talking this evening. This is, yes, I agree with this. Fair enough. Shit, they're behind in the comments and shit. Let me speed up a wee bit. I don't know how long ago I got that from Hazard. Okay, brilliant. Hi, CJ. Later, CJ. Real one. Do you want a big dog? I've caught up all of a sudden. This must have been a little while ago. I got that from Hazard. I've caught up. I'm going to be controversial. I think Trossard might start over Martinelli. Not my thinking, but Lego Man's. No, I don't think so. Surely not. Last night, I don't think Trossard would have made any of you happy. Neither am I, bros, and I'm very convinced Lee Akers put a big, boom, was capital, a big N-O. I said, Lee, do you want Trossard? I'm convinced it was Lee as well. If it was someone else, I apologise, Lee. I'm 2 million fucking convinced, 2 million % convinced it was fucking Lee Akers. He said no. And I'm just saying, I'm not mugging the geezer off. I'm just saying 24 hours later, he kind of seems quite happy with it. And I'm still kind of feeling... But he told me earlier on a text, I swear he said he felt a bit strange about it. I don't know. Maybe he's just coming around to it. I don't know. Bro, our fans getting not to be posting tosspot comps and coming over them. But I won't be surprised. Yeah, bro, I can see it all happening as well. Opening them cans. Agers, are you still with me? I'm going to go find that stream in a minute. Hey, guys, you fucking there? Hey, guys. Come out here, hey, guys. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to all the real ones, guys. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new on this day. When, yes, Arsenal did land a signing. We dropped... It looks like we're just about to drop Leandro Trossard from Brighton and Hove Albion. We are reasonably comfortable doing business with Brighton. Jaden Anthony is another name that has popped up today. He's a Bournemouth player. I couldn't tell you nothing about him. He's missed me. He's 23 and he's a former gunner. He came from our academy. Still here, brother. Nice one. Let me get into the news. I'm coming straight back. I do swear to God you said that, by the way. No joke. If it wasn't you, I 100% apologise. I swear to God, first 10, 12 minutes of last night's stream, maybe 15, who knows, perhaps, fuck knows, I smoke a lot. But I asked, did you want Trossard? You said no. And I'm just saying, I still feel the same as last night. Like, if you asked me last night that I want Trossard, I told you no. And I'm still telling the whole world right now, no. Trossard, £20 million, £5 million in, dun, 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 you know it, add-ons. Arsenal. Could we have been the third club sniffing around Salcedo? It doesn't appear Man United do want a central midfielder in this window. They obviously have their targets already planned for the summer. I believe one is Harry Kane. One could even be this Enzo Fernandez at fucking Benfica. I'm telling you, I don't know. Man United are going to make a couple of moves. They're holding off the P's in January. They've only brought in Weghorst. I think that's brave, considered similar to Arsenal. Look at the position they're in. If they was to turn over Arsenal on Sunday, Man United are just as much in the title race as Man City or Arsenal. Let's have it fucking right. Man United have been brave not to spend this January, but in saying that, they've got a bigger squad than us. Rafinha is still been talked about. I'm still bored about hearing it. Ivan Freshenda, 17 million. The deal could be done. It will be a loan back obligation, though. So basically, yes, if Arsenal was to do a deal for the Real Valladolid right back, he would have to go back on loan this season. This probably wouldn't be the world's worst idea. We've got two people. They're probably not right backs by trade, but they both play right back, Tomiyasu and Ben White. So we have got two people that can play the right back position at the moment. So Ivan Freshenda, possibly one for the future, most definitely. He's 18, breakthrough season at Real Valladolid. And I do think there's still something wrong in our right back department. It's not urgent. I stress, it's not urgent, but there's still, for me, the balance. It's a balance thing, and I'm not happy with it, innit? The RB, it seems to have disappeared, and I say sweet, and thank God for that, because I didn't really want this guy at my club. And I was pretty confident last night that it was fake news that was circulating, because if we couldn't get a £63 million deal done for Mikhailovchenko, Mudrak with reasonable add-ons, I don't believe we can get a £65 million deal for Diaby over the line, when I don't even believe he's half the player probably Mudrak will turn out to be. Anyway, where does Trossard fit into this Arsenal team? It's 7 goals, 2 assists this season, 125 games overall for Brighton to date, 25 goals, 13 assists. This is over the last 4 seasons. What do you think? How delighted are you, or undelighted? Martin uniform is a cause of thought concern. I still like his work rate, bros. And I know you can all run around. If you're fit footballers, we all can run around. Some people go missing totally. You see when Martinelli goes missing for me, bros, he still works hard. And that counts for something for me. Like if Saka seems to go missing for a half hour, bros, that's it. He's actually just missing for a half hour. If Martinelli goes missing, as in not really a threat going forward, fuck it, I don't want to sweep no more. If Martinelli ain't been causing the biggest threat, goal scoring wise or assist wise, and he's not really having a great game, basically, you'll still keep him tracking back massively, helping out the midfield, helping back at left back. For me, it's his work rate, and that seems to never get boring for him. He seems to work really hard, and I've always loved that about Martinelli. Lee said Diaby, not Trossard. What do you mean you're fucking wrong? Is that the window closed for us now? Well, I don't ever believe we was going to sign a striker. I don't believe we'll add a winger with Trossard. And I think if we want a central midfielder, it's going to be done in the summer. So again, no pessimism, or I'm not trying to close the stream by saying, oh no, blah, blah, blah. But I reckon, yeah, that is it. We won't buy a winger and Trossard. I don't believe so. It's not on the cards, I don't think. Fucking dickhead. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Mikel Antonio is available at West Ham. They're buying 2 strikers. Danny Ings is just about in. And there's a kid from France. Is it Mofi or something? On his way. 2 strikers in at West Ham. 1 out. Mikel Antonio is the guy. Am I surprised? A little bit. Always see him as quite he's like that big dog. A beast. A bit of a threat. Anyway, Chelsea and Spurs are watching the situation of once an Arsenal target, David Raya, the Brentford goalkeeper. He has turned down a deal at the club, and he said he wants to keep all of his options open. Chelsea have got their man and never signing. Is this 15th signing of the window? It's the PSV winger, Nomi Makuki, is it? Chris Wood has joined Nottingham Forest. Roma rejects Spurs' offer for Zanilo, but Spurs are looking to go back. Roma want 35 million. Where are we? Don't know what the fuck I tried to write there. Danny Ings signs for West Ham. I think I just mentioned that. Bellingham, Jude. It seems to be so close to Liverpool. I don't know. Everyone seems to be suggesting it's Liverpool. Even if they're not a Champions League team, he's coming for the project. Klopp even went as far as to say in a press conference the other day, if any player wouldn't sign for us next season because we won in the Champions League, I wouldn't want them anyway, because they didn't actually want to sign for Liverpool. You know what I mean? They only wanted us because we're a Champions League team. So that's Klopp's take on it. So I believe they've actually spoke to him and said, listen, we're having a bad season. If we're not in the Champions League, you're still down. I obviously believe he must have sort of verbally told them, I'm still down. So, yeah, Bellingham, Liverpool. I think that's going to be that's going to be there. There's going to be like if we think this has been a big window, 300 and whatever, I don't know, was it 350 million pounds has been spent by British teams, English teams in the transfer window. I think the summer's going to go off like a rocket as well. I do believe Man United are going to go for Harry Kane, and if not, after that, they're going to go for a massive striker, probably Osman or someone like that. Man United are going to make a massive signing, £100 million striker in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Everyone becomes better in the summer again. Trossard will be 29. Salcedo, Chelsea, Bellingham, Man City, Rice, Man United. Possibly. Most definitely. Man United are going to want to stay in the central if they've got Fred and fucking McTominay. Like Man United, honestly, shouts out to Eric Ten Hag. A couple of Arsenal super fans will be loving this as well because they'll be like, look, Ten Hag doesn't feel we need to sign people. Danny, you fucker. But it's true. If I was Eric Ten Hag right now and I was in the position Man United was in, I'd be wanting a fucking central midfielder alongside Casemiro. I'd be like, this Fred and this McTominay, man, they've both got to drop me out. Like, but Man United don't seem to be wanting to throw around money this window. I think there's clearly a massive window coming up for Man United in the next window. It was the RB, yeah, fuck. I swear I was asking for them, both of them, as in, I might have read it wrong or seen it wrong. I might have, for me, I was kind of shouting out the question: is Trossard, is Diaby the guy that should be the one after Mudryk? Then basically, and basically, I was giving it 2 no's on that, and I thought Lee Akers was giving it 2 no's on that as well. I wasn't really down for Trossard. I wasn't really down for Diaby. So my apologies, Andy. I remember now. Yeah. All right, it was Diaby then. All right, bollocks. Don't you fucking tell me, Porkies. Said what? Said what? Hey. But yeah, but guys, again, please, I'm not stressed. Please be in the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. We have got 4 minutes left of this stream. So again, Bellingham, is it going to be done to Liverpool? Apparently, Klopp is still confident, even if we're not a Champions League team. This one is done. Chelsea have spent over 450 million since Bowley come. Are they done this window after now they've bought the PSV winger as well? Is it Nomi Makuda or something? Makudi or something? Danny Ings has signed in at West Ham, £15 million. Surprising one. They've also pretty much certain to get Mofi over the line, £20 million, £5 million in add-ons. 2 strikers in at West Ham. Word is, if West Ham don't beat Everton this Saturday, though, Moyes is gone. So it's funny they're going to let him buy a strike. Who's going to let him buy a 31-year-old Danny Ings and then sack him on Sunday if they lose? That fucking doesn't make sense to me. As for Mofi, possibly. He's a young talent. He's, from what everyone's saying in France, he looks like a good prospect. But if you're the West Ham owners, why are you letting this motherfucker spend money? And you're thinking of sacking him. I don't get football teams. And then Arsenal refuse to spend money and then at best spend £22 million on, for me, a squad player. But West Ham will just go and spend like £40 million on 2 strikers when, with respect, they've got Skamaka already over 30 million. They've got Antonio. And I'm not saying we're as desperate as West Ham. We're not sitting in West Ham's position. Of course not. But, like, shit, sometimes you've got to just do something about a situation. I like the effort from West Ham. I don't know. Like, Danny Ings can score goals in the Premier League, but I don't know. He's not looked really the part since he got to Villa. But then again, no one did on the Gerrard. I don't know. Villa ain't my problem. Anyway, other Arsenal news. Jordan Anthony. Bournemouth. Is he a winger come striker? He's 23. Will come from the Arsenal Academy. I have no idea about him. Allegedly, we want him. He's out of contract in the summer. Trossard, £20 million. £5 million in add-ons. The deal is very close to being done. If it's done by 12 p.m. tomorrow, he will be free to make his debut against Manchester United on this very romantic Super Sunday. Ivan Fashenda, £17 million. It would be with a loan back obligation, though. Rafinha, still been talked about. Fuck you. Diaby, gone very quiet, thank God. Where does Trossard fit in this team, guys? 7 goals, 2 assists this season. 125 games for Brighton. 25 goals, 13 assists. This is over the last 4 seasons, roughly. Mikel Antonio is free to leave West Ham as long as they get Mofi and Danny Ings in. Ings is in, Mofi is on the way. So, yes, Antonio basically is free to leave. Bellerin has been offered to Premier League teams. Now, it's been said Fulham were taking a look at him, but allegedly Fulham are very close to a deal with Cedric, so I doubt they're going for both. But Bellerin has been offered to Premier League teams. Chelsea have got the PSV winger Nomi Makudo. That one's over the line. Chris Wood has joined Forest on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy. Roma have rejected Spurs' first offer for Zanilo. They should be back, and yes, he's available for 35 million. And David Raya has turned down a Brentford contract. Chelsea and Tottenham are watching the situation. Guys, please, I don't believe it. Is it 3 or 4? I've had 3 videos in a row with ads, and life being a bitch, it's coincided with some of the not so good views over the last few days. So, guys, I appreciate everyone that has been on tonight's stream. Please get a massive like on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And yeah, don't be scared to go back and look. I'll try and get it monetized now, and hopefully we'll have adverts on this. This will be the 4th video in a row. So let's hope some of the older members of the family come back soon, and everyone starts coming back. I'm sure this window will heat up soon. Whether it is for necessarily Arsenal or not, I doubt it. Are we going to make the fans hold on to the 30th of December, the 31st of January, for one final signing? That could be an Arsenal way of doing things. Could there still be a Ferran Torres left in Arsenal? Who knows? Guys, you'll see me back at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. I doubt we'll be making any kind of signings tomorrow. Yes, we'll probably be confirming Trossard, hopefully before 12 p.m, because it would be nice to be able to, I suppose, throw him on against Man United for a little last 15-20 minutes if anything was to be going wrong against Eric Ten Hag's Man United. Man United on Sunday, guys. Obviously, there will be a watch-along on Danny AFC TV, so please be with me nice and sharp and early, 4 p.m. kickoff, but we will do a preview to the game tomorrow. So, guys, thanks for everyone that's been joining. Please get a look at likes on the video. Please take a look at the last few videos over the last few days. All of them have been monetized properly. Please, let's let this 4 in a row. Guys, good night. Peace. See you tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners. Shouts out to the real ones.